Academy starts Year 6, Unit 2, Life in the Past, Lesson 1, Reading, page 22. Lesson objectives: read extracts from a diary. Reading skill: use pictures to help understanding. Vocabulary: build, burn down, bury, buried, dig, dug. Freezing, office, portrait, possession, servant, soldier. Warm up: disappearing words. Remember the words. It has to be short, catchy, and related to the story. For example, honesty is the best policy. In 3 seconds, remember the sentence. 1, 2, 3. What's the word? Honesty is the best policy. You'll be given 30 seconds to remember all these words before it disappears, okay? So remember the words before they disappear in 30 seconds. What were the words? Did you get it all correct? Tell it with your friends. Look at the pictures. When did the man write his diary? First question. Are the characters from the past, the present, or the future? From the past. Samuel Pepys wrote his diary in the 17th century. So it's 350 years ago. So the answer is C. What is happening in each picture? The servants were making fire. Picture 2. Samuel was writing his diary. Samuel took the boat. A man is drawing a woman's portrait. A house was on fire. Read the diary and check your answers to activity 2.
Track 1.9 Unit 2 Lesson 1 Activity 3 Monday, the 22nd of January.
It was very cold this morning. There was ice on the inside of the windows. The servants made a fire for me in the bedroom. I had to wear 3 jackets, but I was still freezing. It was dark too. I needed 2 candles to write this diary entry.
Wednesday, the 7th of February.
Most people haven't got a clock or a watch because they're very expensive. Last night, the cat woke me up. I didn't know what time it was. Then I heard the night watchman shouting, 1 o'clock on a cold and windy night. This morning, I bought my very first watch, so now I'll always know the time.
Friday, the 16th of March.
I can't see very well, so yesterday I bought a pair of glasses. I took the boat to my office and I could see all the ships on the River Thames. There were lots of ships, so it was difficult to get to work. The river didn't used to be so busy, but I'm so pleased that I can see clearly again.
Friday, the 15th of June.
Today, I bought Elizabeth a very expensive necklace. It cost £4. Mr. Hales is coming to paint her portrait today. He's an artist, but he used to work in my office. I'm worried because Elizabeth's false teeth are very uncomfortable. She'll have to sit for hours while Mr. Hales paints her portrait. I hope she doesn't look unhappy.
Sunday, the 2nd of September.
The servants woke me up early this morning. There's a great fire in the city of London. It was an emergency, so I rode my horse into the city to speak to the king. They used to build houses here with stone. Now they use wood, so the fire is growing very quickly. Soldiers are pulling down houses in front of the fire but it's still moving very fast.
Monday, the 4th of September.
Elizabeth and I were worried that our house was going to burn down, so this afternoon we took our possessions outside and hid them. One of my most expensive possessions is a block of Parmesan cheese from Italy. We dug a hole in the garden and buried the cheese so no one can steal it. I hope it stays safe.
Look at the vocabulary panel. Find the words in the text. Use the context to work out what they mean. Vocabulary Dictionary, page 135. Build is a verb to make something by putting parts of materials together. They built a house next to the river. Burn down, to destroy something with fire. The forest fire burned down the nearby houses. Bury, past tense, buried, verb, to put something in the ground and cover it. The dog buried a bone in the garden. Dig, dug, verb, to use a tool to make a hole in the ground. The children dug a big hole on the beach. Freezing, it's an adjective. It's very, very cold. I wore a hat and gloves because it was freezing outside. Office, a noun, a building or room where people work. My mom works in an office in town. Portrait, a picture or a person. She asked the artist to paint a portrait of a son. Possession, noun, something that is yours, it belongs to you. My favorite possession is a necklace that my mother gave me. Servant, noun, someone who works for another person in their house. They have a servant to serve and clean and cook for them. Soldier, a noun, a person who works in the army. The soldiers stand outside the palace 24 hours a day. Cooler, telephone. In groups of 5, form a straight line. And then the first person memorizes this. The remaining members cannot see the words. For example, he's an artist but he used to work in my office. Then, once you have memorized the first person, you whisper it to the friends. Then the fifth person writes down the answer. Are you ready? Come, let's start. Ready? Start. Read it carefully. Okay? Once you have memorized, tell it your friends. Whisper it to your friends and then pass it on, and the fifth person writes down the answer and show it to your friends. Thanks for watching. Do click like and subscribe for more videos.